Good morning. We have started evaluation of coefficients of Fourier series. We worked these yesterday. From equation 8, we have solved first integration. We got its value 0. We solved second integration here. We got its value is equal to pi when m is equal to n, which is not equal to 0. But if we have m is equal to n is equal to 0, if we have m is equal to n is equal to 0, come to this 0 cos 0, m is 0, cos 0, cos 0, 1, cos 0, 1, 1 into 1, 1, 1 into dx, dx. In that case, it will be integration in the limit 0 to 2 pi dx. Integration of dx will be x, limits 0 to 2 pi. So, if this condition is there, for that condition, this integration will be 2 pi. We are not going for this condition. Why? Because m is 0, n is 0, there is no cosine term. We want cosine term there. And therefore we go for m is equal to n is not equal to 0, so that integration of the second term will be equal to pi. Okay. So integration of first term is 0. Integration of second term of equation 8 is equal to pi when m is equal to n is not equal to 0, and it is 2 pi when m is equal to n is equal to 0. Try to remember the orthogonality condition of cosine. Integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos mx into cos nx is equal to pi delta m n when m is not equal to 0 is equal to 2 pi delta m n when m is equal to 0. Okay, so this is according to the orthogonality conditions. We don't go for this integration, because if we go for this integration, the cosine term will become 0. We don't want that, and therefore we should go for this solution. Solution in equation 11, that is integration of second term is pi. Okay, let us go for the integration of the third term. Let us see what will be integration of the third term. Sin nx cos nx dx. It is just similar to sin A into cos B. And what is sin A into cos B? Use that formula. What is that formula? Sin 1 by 2 sin A plus B plus 1 by 2 sin A minus B. Or if you don't want to use these things, just use the orthogonality condition. And what is the orthogonality condition? Third number of orthogonality condition I talked in the first lecture of Fourier series is this integration of 0 to 2 pi sin nx into cos nx dx is equal to 0 for all values of m and n. One way of writing integration of this. According to orthogonality condition, integration with respect to x within the limit 0 to 2 pi sin nx into cos nx dx is equal to 0. One way of writing integration of this term. Other way is equal to 1 by 2 integration of 0 to 2 pi sin m plus m x dx plus 1 by 2 integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin m minus n into x into dx. This is equal to 1 by 2 minus cos m plus n into x divided by m plus n limits 0 to 2 pi plus 1 by 2 minus cos m minus n into x divided by m minus n limits 0 to 2. Now, whatever may be value of m and n, m is equal to n, it will be 2 times m x or 2 times n x, and we know cos 2 pi, cos 4 pi, cos 6 pi etc. is equal to pi. Okay, cos 0, if you put the lower limit, it is equal to lower limit minus higher limit, it will become 0. M is not equal to n if you go for other part. Whatever may be value of this m and n, whenever 2 pi is coming here for x, irrespective of any value of m and n, this angle will always become even multiple of pi, and therefore its value will be always 1, whatever may be value of m and n. Lower limit 0, cos 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 0, it will be always 0 for any value of m and n. Come to this. Again, here you can take any value of m and n. If m is equal to n, what will happen? It will be 0. What is cos 0? 1 for higher bracket. What is lower limit? 0. Cos 0 again 1. 1 minus 1 0. So you can take any value of m and n here. M may be equal to n, m may not be equal to n, whatever. Value of this will be always 0. Value of this will be always 0. 0 into 1 by 2, 0. 0 into 1 by 2, 0. And therefore, integration of third term of equation 8 is always 0. So, we have obtained integration of first term, which was 0. We have obtained integration of second term, which is pi. We have also obtained integration of third term, which is always 0. So according to equations 10, 11 and 12, integrations of first term, second term and third term of equation 8 are 0, pi and 0 respectively. And therefore, integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x cos mx is equal to a0 into 0 plus bn pi for time being the summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity is kept aside, plus, sorry, it is an bn into 0, and so this is simply an y, because this is 0, this is 0, 0 plus an y plus 0 is an y, and therefore coefficient an is equal to, send this y to this side, so it will be in the denominator, which will make it 1 divided by 5. Integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x cos mx dx. What is m? M is any positive integer. M is also any positive integer, and therefore instead of this m, let us substitute n. So the second coefficient of Fourier series an is simply 1 divided by pi integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx, equation number 13. So here we evaluated the second coefficient of Fourier series. Before that, we evaluated the first coefficient of Fourier series. First coefficient of Fourier series is a0, and what we got? We got a0 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x dx, and the second coefficient of Fourier series an is here in equation 13, and what we got for the second coefficient an after its evaluation 1 divided by pi integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x into cos nx into dx. This is evaluation of second coefficient of Fourier series. That is evaluation of coefficient a0 and then evaluation of coefficient an. Then evaluation of third coefficient bn is left. So let me write here evaluation of coefficient bn, and for that we have to write the function f of x in the form of Fourier series. For that, let me put the function f of x in the form of Fourier series. That is f of x is equal to a0 plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx. The function f of x is represented in the form of Fourier series. We evaluated a0, we evaluated an, now we want to evaluate bn. To evaluate bn, we have to multiply this equation on both sides by sin mx, so that we will get new equation as f of x sin mx is equal to a0 into sin mx plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity am cos nx into sin mx plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity bm sin nx into sin mx. Equation number 14. To evaluate third coefficient of Fourier series Bn, we have to multiply this equation on both sides by sin mx, where m is any positive integer. After multiplying this equation on both sides by sin mx, we get equation number 14. And what is it? F of x into sin mx is equal to a0 into sin mx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity am cos nx into sin mx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx into sin mx. Equation 14. After that, integrate equation 14 with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi on both sides, so that equation 14 will now become integration of 0 to 2 pi f of x sin mx into dx. A0 is constant, it can be taken outside the integration, and it is what? A0 into integration within the limit 0 to 2 pi sin mx into dx here, plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity an integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi cos nx into sin mx into dx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin nx into sin mx into dx. Equation number 15. Starting from the first equation, in which function f of x is expressed in the form of Fourier series. Multiplying this equation on both sides by sin mx, where m is any positive integer, and then integrating both sides of this equation with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi, we got equation 15. After this, what we have to do? We have to integrate first term, we have to integrate second term, we have to find integration of third term. Let us first find integration of first term. A0 into integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin mx dx. This is equal to a0 into in the bracket integration of sin mx is minus cos mx divided by m minus cos mx divided by m, and the limits are 0 to 2 pi. This is for the minus sign is taken outside, a0 into in the bracket cos 2m pi. This m is also taken outside the bracket minus cos 0. whatever may be value of m. We have taken m as a positive integer. So it may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 3, 4, 5, 6, anything. Any positive integer. The angle 2m pi is always even multiple of pi. And what is the cos of even multiple of pi? Cos 2 pi, cos 4 pi, cos 6 pi, cos 8 pi, cos 10 pi, cos 12 pi, whatever. It is 1. This m multiplied by this 0. M into 0, 0, cos 0. And what is the value of cos 0? It is 1. So this is equal to minus a0 divided by m into 0, that is equal to 0, equation 16. Integration of first term on RHS of equation 15 is 0. We write this as equation number 16. After finding integration of first term, let us try to find integration of second term. What is second term? Second term is this one. Let us start finding integration of second term. And that is what? an into integration of 0 to 2 pi cos nx into sin mx into dx. You can write this simply as sin mx into cos nx. That is nothing but an into integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi with respect to x sin mx into cos nx dx. Again, try to remember the third orthogonality condition I told in the first lecture of Fourier series. According to third orthogonality condition of sine and cosine, integration within the limit 0 to 2 pi sin nx into cos nx is 0. So one way is use that orthogonality condition and write this equal to straightforward 0. If you don't want to use the orthogonality condition, you have to work it out. And that will be what? If you work out it further, if you don't want to use the orthogonality condition, let me put this an aside here as common, or let me write here an by 2 integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi, and this is what? Sin m plus n into x into dx plus an divided by 2 integration within the limits 0 to 2 pi sin m minus x into dx, equation number 17. You can go for integration of this term, then you can go for integration of this term. What will be integration of sin m plus n into x? It will be minus cos m plus n into x divided by m plus n. Integration of this term, it will be again minus cos sin m minus n into x divided by m minus n. Try to recall integration of third term we worked out while evaluating the coefficient a m. If you recall it correctly, you will get answer for integration of this and integration of this. This is somewhat lengthy article, so I think it is better to stop here. I will solve the remaining part in the tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.